here we go. I hope you are ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not convincing.
Oh, almost.
Born ready, come on now. We are ready for the follower storm. We are ready for the biggest match of them all.
Yeah, we are going to be... The grand final is going to start. I'm a bit
Alright
hyped.
then. A bit hyped, you say?
A bit.
I mean, I've seen better.
My pen is hyped, he's not writing. No, he's writing.
So we start with time attack. Nexxor's hunting grounds, where he really needs to get a lead if he's to...
What is it?
Makes sense.
Oh, it's still here.
People are asking Suprime versus Happy who win. I can say definitely that Happy will win. 30-0.
Nah.
Oh, maybe you have a fade. Okay, 30-1. But that's it. The skill level is too high for me. Oh, different ways.
One of these days, Fiend is going to beat you. You know it.
Maybe next time.
Oh well. Oh wait, you forgot to mode swap. Yikes.
I just did it, but
Do you think that people will reach the 90 CPs? 15 rounds on that map? The time?
it's the 10. So. Is it 15 laps?
I think it's the last configuration on the server.
Yeah, 15.
So we have
Has
7.
to be 15.
Yeah.
Oh. I think I will restart. Because afterwards it... Yeah, people are fading now. I would start.
Oh come on, now we just ruined the intro. Now we have to say it's beginning all over again.
Oh, I have to... Yeah, thanks for the notice. I have to update.
So did you end up reaching 120 followers?
Yes, I did. Actually.
We have fulfilled the mission.
Yeah, my goal.
So stream is over. We have.
The PTC
just
was
kidding.
really just a way to gain followers for Zupa.
Of course.
So now we are on a. Is it skip or is it fourth round end?
Fourth round
What?
end.
Ah, okay.
It doesn't work.
Oh, this
I'm also not sure if it works. Sometimes it works to skip warm-ups in Mania Planet. Ah!
Restart. Okay.
Yes, Mania Planet is not safe.
Fluff is truly the man who can do it all. He can be the match admin and play the match at the same time.
Okay, now it works. Good.
Well, let's see if he can also add the title of PTC winner to that.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Nexxor looks surprisingly solid in covering that particular corner. I remember Racerlight having a lot of issues with that. Maybe he can use his expertise to finally solve that riddle.
But Racerlight won the map, so.
Oh well. Nexxor really needs to be the one to win in time attack, or he's gonna have a really hard time. Very solid.
I don't know who will be the favorite here, because
Judging
we
by the
all
pace,
know that Fluff
Nexxor,
is...
if he doesn't slow down, he can set a 31.8 right now. A bit of a...
nice bump. But he was...
Yeah, 31.8. Got it.
Really nice second lap time. But maybe he's just like me, setting a new PB on the second lap and then getting nothing for the next 20 minutes.
I mean, that is how the last match operated. Makes a mistake now, but he's going to have enough time to speed up to get a good start into the next lap. Meanwhile,
Now with 100 in front. And
nice.
Yeah, gaining another
The first 31.7 that we've seen so far. And now begins the period that most of the people who know him will just call shaving milliseconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't seem like this lap is going to be the one, but...
Truly.
He has to completely restart now.
Start back. Oh god.
Not enough speed.
Just decides to call it quits. Meanwhile, Nexxor, well, he's not going to change the standings with that one.
He touched the Ramstein, I think he had to release there.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Actually, surprisingly good.
A little speed slide.
Over the Ramstein.
I believe Ramstein PTSD is a severe issue,
But now
which is
he's
something that he
showing
will going to
this
feel
lap
right now.
and the next lap.
The only thing going for Nexxor right now is the fact that technically he is not a full tent behind, which is gonna save him.
That's true.
Oh, Fluff with another mistake in that corner, so he has to restart from the start again.
Yeah, he was a bit too wide and then got the bump. Not able to get the left hander there.
But he was already behind, so he could have just released and go for the next lap, instead of crashing and losing so much time.
Both can still improve. Fluff with a 31.59 and Nexxor with a 68 as personal best times here.
Nexxor is actually really close to matching that 31.7 now, but makes a small mistake and drops the pace.
Yep.
But you can see that there definitely is potential. He can still match Fluff, but time is of the essence, and time is slowly ticking down. He's not going to have infinity more tries. Needs to get that time soon.
And we saw Fluff had a really nice ending.
Funnily enough, the entire difference between them can actually be summed up to that ending.
Yep.
Because Fluff, for the good ending, actually didn't really have the best corner series in those very short left and right corners. He can still improve there, Nexxor can improve on the ending, and both of them can probably go all the way down to 31.67.
Fluff now with a chance.
This is very nice.
Oh,
Very nice speed there. Great stuff.
not bad.
400s slower
Also
than
Nexxor,
SPV.
not good. Not bad.
No, he released.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, this has got to feel bad for Nexxor. That's faster. The time that Fluff just said is faster than even his personal best, so not the start he wanted.
Yeah. And could be a small punch into the face. Losing 3 points here at the moment.
Particularly because in the end of the day, Morpheus was 5 points down after time attack. He only made up 2 of those by the end of it. And that was because Racer dropped 7 seconds by crashing, so you have to think that's not going to be something that will be available to him if he falls behind, so winning time attack is something that he should have achieved, or at least tried to achieve.
But both on solid but not fast enough times to get another improvement here. Fluff also with a drift into the next lap.
But with the performance that Fluff is displaying right now, he's trying to keep that undefeated record going. He is still the only one who hasn't lost at all. Everybody else had to lose at least once, except him.
True. What is the chat saying? Who will win the match? That's
Write the name.
Would be interesting.
Write Nexxor or write Fluff. The chat. I will see.
Chat spam Swift Rage.
Hopefully my netbot is not banning our players then.
Yeah, Nexxor with his last chance here.
Oh, that's so sad.
But is
Well-
going this lap
While this
already.
last minute finishes, I can actually go over the paths that these two players have had into the finals while we wait for this last minute and the pause in between. So Fluff, only person with 6 wins and 0 losses. To get over here, he beat TT from FRT, Energy Flashy, then Raptor, Stake, Nexxor, and finally Racerlight. He won 164 rounds, only lost 67, has a 71% round win rate. That is insane. Nexxor, in the meantime, 6 wins and 1 loss, the only loss being to Fluff. He beat JR, Jens Rolf from Energy, Rafiki, me, Spider, Shimmy, and Morpheus. Won 157 rounds, lost 97 for a 61.8% win rate. Definitely looked a little bit less impressive, but still, both players have had a challenging path to the finals. Didn't have an easy way, so...
That's true, that's true. There was some good names there in the list, including yourself.
I would definitely agree with that one. Ignoring the fact that I was his easiest win.
So the most people are for Fluff.
Okay.
In a surprise to nobody.
Yeah.
So,
Nobody wrote Nexxor, but some people wrote Shimmy or Dopa. Yes.
Yes, I have the feeling
Not
that the only
possible
person
anymore,
who wrote
guys.
Dopa is Dopa himself.
No. It was Dodan.
Oh, come on.
yeah, the question is, will we see a multiple-time winner of the Primetime Cup, with Fluff winning his 2nd edition, or will Nexxor be the 4th man winning 4th edition of this Primetime Cup? So we will answer this question in just about 45 minutes. To be sure, I am setting the next game mode already.
Just in case we forget again, this map is one of the, well, one could say more challenging ones. In any case, it is definitely a test of your patience, a test of your precision, first and foremost, and a test of restraint, much like every other map in the map pack.
Yeah, and to have a fast look on the Danimania records, again, Fluff with a 37.23 in first place, and yeah, Nexxor with a 37.54. So already here a disadvantage of 0.3 of a second.
Hopefully, however, the daddies are not the same thing we're gonna see. Hopefully we're gonna see Nexxor putting some life into it, maybe even winning the map. I mean, it can't be denied that at this point he really does need it. Especially if he wants to have a fighting chance coming into rounds, and eventually endurance.
But he was a bit pessimistic. Just before the match started, I asked both players if they want to have a break. for the endurance like we did in the previous match. And he just wrote, if the match is not over after 4 maps, then I would consider the break. So, yeah,
I mean,
he was
it
not
is
that
something
confident.
that you, particularly as a player, I mean, even at the very top, the feeling exists when you're trying to face somebody who is a literal legend, but it's something that exists for every player in the tournament. I mean, you can't shake off a feeling of dread when you see that the next player you're playing is absolutely better than you are, or like really good in every respect. But the most important thing is not letting that affect your performance, and we'll see if Nexxor can manage to do that. Because it can't be denied that Nexxor has actually been, I mean, I don't know if anybody else would consider it a surprise considering he is a fantastic player, but I doubt that a lot of people saw him coming into the finals over the likes of maybe Jimmy or someone else.
Yeah, yeah.
Is Nexxor a pet player?
I think he is. I don't see why he wouldn't be.
Well, I think we had this discussion in the match versus Shimmy, but I think he is pet driver, yeah.
Is it
Oh,
both, pet
Fluff
driver?
is throwing a 10th here. Minus 1/10 in front of his own record at the moment.
Nexxor with an unfortunate finish there. He's going to drop what could have been a fantastic lap, but he will make up at least part of his deficit. Unfortunately though, he had the chance to equalize, but this is not enough.
Yes, it's true. Nexxor is a pet player. His clanmate told me.
Well, we can make his clanmate a pad player as well. We really need to save his fingers.
Yeah.
But we've already talked about that before. We'll see if we get any donations for that. I honestly think it's worth the while.
Foster said he want to donate something. Now there is a donate button, but
You didn't
get
receive.
something.
I was excited when I saw the donate button, and then I realized that it only takes quantities of $1 or euro or more. And then I realized I don't have that much in my PayPal. That was pretty sad, but it is what it is. Somebody will come out eventually.
And I know, to make a bit more life for Nexxor, I know that Fluff's lap daddy here is really strong.
Oh, Nexxor.
It looks like
So
the... Ironically
told me
enough,
that he's
Fluff with an improvement.
Nexxor was actually running.
not going to make that again, but yeah, he's 2/10 behind this time now. Didn't he touch the wall there? Oh, okay.
Oh well, watching him drive always has a bit of magic to it, so you never know. Nexxor really needs to feel disappointed at this point though. It's not going to be good for him because every time you watch him having a fast lap, you can see that delay. You can see that it's pretty close to the time that Fluff is setting. He's not so far as to not be able to contest, but every time the lap ends due to an unfortunate accident. I mean, in some parts of the map, he's even straight up faster than 37.4, so... It's gotta feel disappointing to know that you just can't set that one time that would bring you back, but this could be it.
Yeah.
Oh, the last turn
but
was too wide.
Long drift there.
Long drift, but oh well. It
At
is
least
still
something.
much more manageable than what it was before, which is always something he can look forward to, as he
But
still
he-
does have 2.5 minutes.
But he was faster. He was 300ths behind the time of Fluff, and in the finish he's 14. So the drift was really much too long.
The
But
problem with
Fluff's
him,
end was also very fast. I mean, there was another run by Fluff where he lost a lot of time on his PB
Yeah,
in the last sector.
but you can make the drift more short. You can counter steer and then steer again to the left, and you still make the corner. So
the problem for Nexxor, however, is that even in his best times, he was at least partially behind Fluff, which is something that is a big problem for him because after losing the first map 6-3, you really need to start winning. It doesn't matter if it's by a 1-point margin, but just closing the gap ever so slightly would have been really good for him.
But he has to make it in the next 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Which is time for about 2 laps. 3 of them, actually. No, 3 is too much. Has 2 more chances.
Same for Fluff.
Another thing that you really need to notice is that Fluff's started a map. Yeah. In any case, his start of the map is insanely quick. Even on the best, cleanest looking tries, Nexxor falls behind. And I don't think this lap is gonna be the one. Or?
Oh no, this is so unlucky because now it's over.
Yep, that is the end of it for him.
He had to go for it. He had the chance to go under 1/10 behind Fluff.
I mean, considering how much speed he was making up, he could have actually almost equaled it.
Fluff, however, has one more chance. He will go into his last lap
to
soon.
shave a bit more off the time. I think that is going to be... That's going to be absolutely killing for him.
I thought it was a rage quit.
No.
I think this is gonna be what? Is this 6-5 or 6-4?
6-4.
To bring it to another 12-7. So exact same score as we had in the previous match.
Yeah, so don't worry, Nexxor is just restarting either his game or his computer, I don't know.
Last match, we also had a 5-point deficit in time attack. Last match ended at only a 3-point difference. We'll see if that can happen here as well. Nexxor is pretty good at flat maps, but then again, so is Fluff.
Obviously.
That's gonna be interesting to see if Nexxor can get any single map going for him.
Okay, he's back. Yeah, like you said, exactly the same, or nearly the same. 2 maps here, the FUTS member up in the lead, coming up strongly. And yeah, here we go on the rounds maps. Beginning with Lacerta or Lacerta, I don't know, from HV Jonas.
I mean, at least in the last match, you could actually make the argument that Razorlight was a player that had a bit of trouble in his last 2 matches, that he had a lot of rounds where he was really close to winning but ended up crashing, so a 5-point lead didn't seem completely unrecoverable. You could see it happening. Here though, it's gonna be a bit of a different story, unless of course a miracle happens, and well, it's not impossible.
Since we are in the warm-up round right now, we are looking on the Danny Manny records, and yeah, pretty much the same picture as on the other 2 maps before. Fluff with the first Danny Manny record, 120.47, and Nexxor a bit further behind, 121.10, for more than half a second. But yeah,
could give us the chance to see the first 120 that we've had in rounds today. And
maybe.
As far as Nexxor's that is concerned, there's only one problem, and that is that 121.1 is something we've actually seen in the middle of competition today. So I hope he can improve on that live, because that is pretty grim if that's the best that he can do.
But Fluff is, always saying, his Daddy Mania times say nothing about your consistency in those rounds matches.
That is true. However, his past matches do say something about his consistency, and it's kind of been proven that it's pretty legendary. Though, again, not going to diss on the competition. Nexxor is in the lead. Hopefully, he can keep that lead up.
Very risky line.
I saw him
seems...
hanging in the wall there. Already.
Different approaches with the releases. The Fluff gets it better.
Something we also saw in Razorlight versus Morpheus. This map does not have the one true line that you need to follow. A lot of approaches can work, you just need to realize when to let go and when to go hard.
Nexxor needs to release more as he touches the inside Ramstein and has some distance now to Fluff.
120 incoming now.
Nexxor now with a mistake. Fluff didn't have the greatest start, but the rest seemed fast and flawless.
It is very eerily reminiscent of how Fluff versus Razorlight went in the semifinals, where you thought to yourself, but Razorlight is the faster man, he is often in the lead. And then, out of nowhere, you just realize that Fluff has been tracking you all the time, he's been a 0.1 behind you all the time, and you make the slightest mistake, he's just going to go past you. That is part of what makes him so dangerous, I guess you could say, to drive against.
Yeah, the exact word. And I don't want to say too much, but I feel like Fluff is in the mood again.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to say something, but
yeah. I mean, no words about
it. It doesn't work like this. You will still jinx him if you just start that sentence.
Honestly, I mean, you learned from my mistakes. You know I was hyping Razorlight up, and then Razorlight crashed, and yeah.
Oh, Nexxor still went over a Ramstein there at the exit. He should save it. Come on, Nexxor.
No, it's fine. But Fluff actually hit the wall again, so...
Yeah, but what is Nexxor doing? Does he have interface off all the time, or what?
I don't know.
There is no way this can happen. Come on.
Oh god.
Oh no.
You can't win matches when you don't.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh man.
Run from it, fear it. Fluff still comes. And just in case we didn't have enough of a heart attack, he actually slid in the ending as well. So. Habt ihr das auf Kamera? Oh.
But this hurts so much. I mean, this should have been a point for Nexxor, definitely, and it is so crucial.
The funny thing is, if Fluff is hearing that in the stream and I say, oh, he's coming in the mood.
Yeah. The thing is, these rounds matches are very important as when you win a round, you win a point. When you lose a round, you lose a point. So it's always a 2 points difference in each single round, if you win or lose. So it's very decisive. And it really hurts to lose such a round with a 128.
Especially when you consider that he's already lost the first round, he's already 5 points behind. That is a mistake you can't afford to make. Quite literally in this.
And it was not just one mistake, that were multiple mistakes. I mean, he still was in front.
And I mean, imagine that he could have won this map 5-1, so he cut off the gap to 1 point, and now he just can win the match or the map 4 points to 2. So, yeah, like you said, Marius.
There are so many casters we can't even remember the names anymore.
Fluff now with a convincing time.
And
not
ouch.
What the hell is going on?
It's not real. What the fuck? That can't be real.
Okay, what was that?
Nexxor actually slid also against the wall and started to jump beside the multi-lap and landed behind the multi-lap on the road.
Are you serious, guys? Are you serious?
Am I watching the show? Am I watching the PTC finals or the show match? Because honestly,
Yeah, honest question, yeah, true. The story.
because look, when we were watching Super play against Fiend, I said in jest that it was gonna be cleaner than the PTC finals. Like, I didn't mean it for real, guys. Come on.
What? It was a joke?
Nexxor's match best time is still a 1:23.
This almost feels like me playing all over again.
I'm excited what the average time will be.
Really much about the quality of this map at the moment.
Something Jonas maps.
So Nexxor now finally with a chance, leading after 2 laps. Can he hold this?
Well,
Not many more turns to go.
I am not gonna say anything until I see them crush the finish line safe.
Yeah. Not many
Just
turns to
say
go and
nothing.
fail.
God
Come
damn it. No.
But
And
at least he got a 122 now.
No, you
Yeah.
just, you
That
just
could
have to...
be.
No, but
Could have been a nice time from Nexxor.
Yeah, actually he was in the lead.
if he was actually pretty far ahead of a 21.08.
Yeah.
That could have been a 120. Our first 120
Surely.
by Nexxor, and then no, he doesn't get that either.
Definitely.
Destiny has just said, no,
Oh.
screw you.
No.
No.
No! No! Fuck no! Sorry. Just remember the video or the meme, I don't know.
Oh well. 4-0, damn. And when you just think about it, when you think about what happened, this could have actually been 3-1 for Nexxor, and now we
Yeah.
live in this alternate reality where everything has gone wrong.
And Fluff is getting stronger and stronger, and Nexxor's nerves are
I mean,
not there.
this has got to make you feel empty inside. As empty as that donation box that Supreme is running. Excuse me, Suprime.
Suprime, what the
Suprime! I'm so out.
So will this be a 120 now?
I
think
think
Fluff
so.
is the guy who goes for that, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
120, 82. Not even close with a 21.
If you do a 120, then you do it in style.
Foster, I only created a donation box now for you. I want to see something now.
But fun fact is that Fluff is all the time behind Nexxor in the start. In the first lap. Again. But also last lap where he
he's
finished with a .82. He was behind in the start.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah. Doing it for the hundreds, or like Racer Light. So he's just start and okay. Not
Now
going to
Nexxor's
risk
going for it. I mean, he has nothing to lose now.
Okay.
And ironically enough, judging by the point difference, he also has nothing to win now, so... I mean, it is a bit of a sad reality, but right now he's looking at a 9 to 10 point difference, which is... No, excuse me, 10 to 11 point difference.
Last turn not perfect for Nexxor, but is still ahead. Fluff has the better lines right now, but he can't really get real close until
Can
now.
he finish it?
Until now.
Now he had to release, so he loses some time again. A chance for Nexxor, a chance.
Doing mistakes.
But Fluff now with
he's
6
coming.
turns!
Please tell me this.
No!
this is-
Oh! And the 120 for Nexxor. GG.
God damn.
The first close round actually. Oh wait, there were also other close rounds, but with different times.
If that actually happened, if Fluff got the win there. See, now I'm so scarred that I have to, like, stop when pronouncing every name in the fear that I have pronounced it wrong.
We have an average time for Fluff with a 22.90 and
Yeah,
Nexxor
with
with a
that too.
24.37.
Yeah, and imagine they didn't have such a good last lap. Well,
Damn. 9 points. That is going to be difficult.
Yep. So for the case that Fluff is again winning this map 5-1 as he just did the previous map, then the match is already over.
I mean, he doesn't even need to win it.
yeah,
5-1.
he can also lose it right now.
Yeah, he can lose it, but if he wins it 5-1, then the match is over. Because
I mean,
he has such an advantage that Nexxor is.
Yeah, but even if he loses, he can have that advantage. He just needs to get 2 points. Then he's
He also got
No.
0 points. He has an
No.
advantage still.
a bit more, 4 points. Nexxor can maximum get 20 points if he wins both maps. So Fluff needs 4 more points.
We have three maps upcoming.
Oh, 18 points.
Ah, there are 3 maps upcoming. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I thought it's just 2 maps.
No.
Yeah, okay, then it's. I thought we are already coming into endurance now.
We are going live on the second rounds map here with PTC 18 Urban, created by Virtual Guns.
Seems to be a flat map.
Not
Yeah, okay.
quite at all. We have one bank turn.
Curved one, huh? One bank.
Coming up after this right-hander here.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, but the interesting part is the upper one here after the looping. Going into this little unlimited stuff. And the drop.
So, I just want to point out how dominant Fluff has been. So,
Yeah,
right now in
that's-
this match, he's won 17 rounds out of the 25 that have been played. Or is that right? I think. I mean, technically 17 out of 20. I don't even know how to calculate it at this point.
Yeah, because of the time attack, so... Yeah, he had good advantages on the time attacks, and he just won the rounds map 5-1, so... Pretty dominant. That's what I wanted to say. Nexxor with a nice line there. That was just my sentence. He broke up with the nice bug there. So he's in the tunnel right now. He made a major break after the last year's PTC or something, and he told me that he needs more time to gain the speed again. Sometimes it's okay and he's fast, but not that consistently fast as he was a year or two ago. And I think now he is in that mode again.
I mean, he had a 70% or something round win rate before this match.
Yeah, but
And
particularly
he's actually
in this
keeping
match.
that up
So
right now, which is absolutely fucking insane. Unbelievable.
Club Blender.
oh, Fluff with a drift there.
I'm gonna be close again.
Somehow he is still first.
Yeah, but Nexxor might have better exit speed here, yes. So will be decisive in the last turn.
It will be pretty.
Interesting that Fluff is going on the left at the hole there.
Oh, Nexxor, of course, now with a bug when he goes into the lead.
I feel as if every time we say something about him having a chance, getting the lead, something bad will happen.
Yeah, we should say.
Just play the music, Suprime, and then
What the fuck?
that was just for your the viewers.
Yeah. Maybe get Richard
Yeah,
to
that
shoot
one. That one is for the finals highlight video that somebody's gonna make.
So let's try it the other way around. Nexxor has no chance in this round. No chance.
Yeah,
It's basically already over.
Nexxor has the first hater.
He's already behind. It's,
I mean,
Come on, we can force the round and give the point to Fluff. So.
oh well now.
I mean, now Fluff has really a chance to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has said Fluff is the underdog here. I really think that is very true. I mean, you can already see he just doesn't have that corner technique.
I mean, Fluff
I mean,
will
look,
easily take this, I
whatever
think.
works, whatever gives us a good match, we as commentators have a duty not to curse our players, and we have kind of failed.
Oh, Nexxor.
Oh
Yeah.
god
Too
damn
far.
it. Even this didn't work. No.
Too far. To
Yeah,
the
it was too long ago that we said something.
Yeah, maybe we need to actively apply the...
Yeah, Fluff will
this
definitely win this round now. Nothing can happen to him. It's basically... Why does he even continue driving? It's 1. Ah, okay, now it's really 1.
Did he fail again or what?
Yep.
Actually interesting that Razorlight and Morpheus records are not even beaten yet, and still Fluff wins these rounds.
Yeah, but Fluff hadn't. Oh, yeah, Fluff had not to risk too much, so.
I mean, if there was ever a time to risk, I think it's now. I really think it's now. At this point, he has a 20-8 score. Like, the live score is 20-8. Which literally means that if things keep going the way they're going, one more round win and it's over.
More or less, yeah.
Nice. Oh, today's Champions League.
Pick of the devil. That is something that you need to highlight about Nexxor. So, I was actually casting at the time, or I was playing alongside him when he had his round 2 winner bracket match against, it was Rafiki. And normally you think, I mean, Nexxor and Rafiki, you don't need to think twice about who's going to win that one, right? Well, Nexxor only ended up winning 16-13 because he crashed about 12 times. And he would just keep losing rounds because he crashed all the time. And that was so bizarre to watch. But this is similar to what is happening now. When he is in the zone and he's driving perfectly, you can't stop him. On the other hand, when he's not in the zone, everything can stop him. And that's a bit of a problem. He's a bit of a hit and miss player.
Marius, I think he needs the luck I had in GTC.
Well, it's never easy to drive against such a dominant, fast player, because you don't really know how to approach this. If you still want to drive your times with that you feel confident, then it might be not enough and you lose round for round, and the opponent gets completely confident then that he can always beat you, that he's always faster. So you think, I need to try more risks, I need to drive more faster times that require some risk, and I don't feel confident with that, but I have to try. So maybe I get 50% of these runs through and I win these rounds. So yeah, and then you have the problem. When you then crash exactly in the same round where Fluff also crashed, and then you lose, then it feels so bad. And this is just a momentum based game always in these matches. And of course the momentum, it couldn't be worse for Nexxor, because almost everything went against him. He crashed in the wrong rounds.
Perhaps, I mean, almost everything is honestly an understatement at this point.
if Fluff wins this round, it's over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't look very good for him. For next.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Also-
it doesn't.
Also, Fluff is always saying
mean,
it's...
Oh, and
honestly,
he gives
there is-
up. And
I
if
honestly
Fluff-
don't understand how the commentary curse works at this point. Because if we say something good about Nexxor, he crashes. If we say something bad about him, he crashes anyway. What do we do?
And now we have a second time PTC champion.
Where's the air horn? Where are the fireworks?
In my garden. So you can see it.
Oh well.
Oh, Fluff always saying it always depends on how you feel on that day. Don't know the English word. So like a day performance.
Honestly, it's the mental game. It's just
Yeah.
the mental game. If you have a
It's
mental
it's not even mental. It's like, are you feeling well, and yeah, and how you come into the match, or how did you train just before the match? Yeah, it's like your day performance. It could be good, it could also be bad. Without, yeah, you just forget how to play Trackmania. So
Exactly.
it's kind of like that.
I mean, you can see it firsthand. I mean, personally, playing against Johnny was more like, I mean, on a good day, maybe I can beat him. The problem is that I come into the match with a mindset of, oh no, there is nothing I can do, and then I forget how to drive, and he grinds me into a pulp.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
negative thoughts are always a problem when you go into a match and you think your opponent is God and will get everything. Happens for me sometimes when I play against Ryulu in finals.
That is one of the big problems. I think you can't call it a problem because it's not a problem in the strict sense of the word. It's just a byproduct of the community being what it is. And that is that the NASCAR community right now feels very top-heavy. You can feel, or at least see in the Daddy records, that the top players, the top, I don't know, 10, 16, call it what you want, are in a class of their own most of the time. And it feels pretty, I mean, it feels pretty bad, you know. You don't get the chance to prove that wrong often.
Yeah, and Fluff just wrote it in German. Everyone has days where don't went or where don't is that good, and yeah, unfortunately for Nexxor, it's today.
Whoop wrote, that's exactly what he said this morning, happy.
Yeah, but we are going on to the last mode on the last two maps in Endurance. Yeah. Going to finish it in style here.
29.1 average, come on now.
Yeah.
Actually, while the warm-up is lasting, let me see how big the recording is by now.
Mine recording is about more than 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I
Long.
can't see it yet, but I expect something in the, you know, in the double-digit gigabyte mark because I'm trying to record as high quality as possible.
But are you recording with Fraps?
No,
Or
OBS.
Oh, then it's not so big.
Oh,
I remember the last
you should see my
times-
quality settings and tell that again.
You can't. I had in the past I recorded with Fraps, and if you recorded in high quality, you had about an hour. You had about 200 gigabyte
I mean,
for an
yeah.
hour. Yeah, that's pretty big.
Thank God that, just like that donation box, it still has a lot of space, and so do we. No, but honestly, looking in retrospect at this point, because the finals are technically over, it was a pretty good tournament. We didn't have some big names, sure, but we had some really surprising performances by some players. We had something that I'm pretty sure are PTC records at this point for in various statistics. The loser bracket got pretty messed up early because people like Shimmy and Mew ended up dropping into it in like round 2. And then they swept everybody. But in all honesty, it was a pretty exciting tournament. Can't say anything.
For me, one of the best performances with Mew on 5th place. He showed some great stuff. And
Here's a fun fact. He actually eliminated the most players out of the PTC out of everyone else.
Oh, okay.
I mean, true, I need to say that I actually don't count wins by DNS as eliminations, but I think he kicked out some 6 people or something, which is the most out of everyone.
Yeah, so he dropped early into the loser bracket and then
proceeded to smash.
Best newcomer for me is obviously Nexxor, who participated the first time.
And ended up placing 2nd, which is absolutely insane when you come to think of it. I mean, and this is what he performs like on a bad day. Then if this is a bad day, I don't want to know what a good day is.
A good day was maybe against Jimmy.
Yeah, and the maps, especially in Endurance, with that Guns map, that was pretty... You could say it was a bit different. It suited his style very well. But you can already see, like, he is one of those players, one of those top-tier players that you know are always going to place high in tournaments. Hope to see him again next year.
Yeah, surely. And what I wanted to say, we had another map from Guns, and yeah, we discussed it. If we do or if we put it into a map pack, but it was too hard. So,
wait, so you're saying that was harder than Pegasus? Okay, I really, at this point, here's an idea. All those maps that didn't make it, just release that onto like 60 and 90k. Release that as a map pack, like the ones that didn't make it.
We're just 2 maps, to be honest.
Oh. Well, now I know.
Oh no, 3. We had a really weird map from Gigavents too, with a bit of freewheeling and anti-boost, and it was not that enjoyable.
Oh well.
So yeah. Thank you again to all the mappers who send in so much maps. It was really fun to play them, to watch them, to rate them, put them in the map packs. It was really not an easy thing this year. So thank you very much for your creativity and your time. And yeah, hopefully next year we'll see you again. Up with a lot of mappers. And to be honest, for me, I'm really happy that the cup is now over.
Oh well. As a match admin, that makes perfect sense.
But I have to say, in the beginning of the Primetime Cup in early September, I didn't drove the qualification because I had time, but I wanted to make some other stuff for university and so on, and I was not in that, I was not feeling playing Trackmania on an training level and consisting level, so I did not qualify myself. And after 4 or 5 weeks I just thought, oh, maybe now you can drive some matches. I am hot on to drive some matches, but in the end
too late.
it was too late, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of we even had a lot of big names like straight up either not show up or not come to qualify. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the obvious ones are like Panda, Dopamine. But then you have people like, I think the only person from P&E that showed up was Mew. Blitz qualified. He actually qualified
Spider
with the
drove.
top 8 and then proceeded
Spider
to not
drove
show up.
too.
And Spider,
Spider
of course.
drove too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Blitzer, that was really confusing. Blitzer and Fiend.
Both of them didn't show up for their matches. Yeah, they had a match against each other, and that match was just both of them not showing up. So here's another. I think this is one of the funniest facts. Joshua, so HV Joshua, made it to, I think, like round 3 of the winner bracket, and he didn't drive a single match. So he actually didn't drive, I think, a single match this Primetime Cup, and he's somewhere in the middle of the standings because he made it so far by his opponents not showing up.
That's funny, but that's also a bit sad.
I mean, it is. In all of my statistics, I actually had to discard all of those wins by DNS because there were just too many of them, and it made no sense for me to count that. And the same goes for round wins. So, out of all the players here today, you just look at Morpheus, and he played like 60 rounds less than everyone else, and then you realize that he won one match 30-0, and he won another by DNS.
Yeah.
But yeah, after today I can go up and start manually checking the round wins and losses for everybody, which is I am definitely looking forward to that.
Me too.
Definitely looking forward to
The
that.
statistics are not lying.
But it is gonna be a lot of statistics. I think it is gonna be interesting for at least some people to watch. As we slowly approach the ending, and well,
Fluff is consistent.
Fluff is consistent. Today we learned what we learned a year ago, and 2 years ago, and 3 years ago. He's consistent.
Oh, a drift. Maybe he's throwing his 29.1 average now.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, if anybody reaches a 29.1 average on this map, just like give them an additional prize or something. Just make that a challenge.
Yeah, going into the last 3 laps now. His first entrance.
Yeah, not much to be said at this point anymore, not just because the match is over, but the race itself is pretty much as you would expect it to go. No big flights, no highlight crashes. Just a solid display from both players.
Yeah, I wonder what the times were in the other match. I mean, Nexxor is 4 seconds behind, but I think the performance is not that bad. He would only lose 2 points now on Fluff. And Fluff didn't have a single mistake. A real big mistake, I mean.
Yeah.
Just these little auto slides.
Westerlight just was in front like half a second, and then he got a bug outside of the first left corner. And yeah, jumped straight.
Yeah, but what time did Morpheus have on the finish?
I believe
I
it
don't
was 10 minutes, 7 seconds.
That was the last
It
one.
was?
It was the last track. With 10 minutes and 7 seconds.
Goddamn. I mean, the recording is still going, so I can't exactly see it now, but I mean, I can check later.
Hmm.
So, I'm back.
So, final map.
So we had a 10-14 here and a 33.3 after lap number 1. Uh, 135 checkpoints, that's correct.
Honestly, at this point, I just want to see if they're gonna be faster than Morpheus and Razorlight were.
Yes.
And maybe we can even see something under 10 minutes. Who knows? So
Suprime?
honest to God.
Yeah.
So Fluff had a 10-14 in the finish, and the first lap was a 33.3. And I erased this lap, so he had 20 laps where he had an average of 29.04.
But how many laps were it in total?
21.
Okay.
Okay, so if Fluff actually manages to finish this in under 10 minutes, I'm gonna personally donate him 2,500 coppers. Just make that
fuck!
request.
I thought he would say I donate Suprime $1.
I mean, I would if I had $1.
You have one. Come on, you can say that you.
I mean,
Okay.
I have it in cash, but unfortunately, unless I want to like straight up mail you the bills.
Oh, but you have your bank account is on paper or is combined. So
Look,
What
I'm
does
just gonna
Nexxor
say this. Maybe
do
not now, but
that he
one day
is
I'll find
already
it in me to
2
donate.
seconds behind.
yeah. Lies.
Okay, seriously now, under 10 minutes. If this can actually happen,
Then
Can
Then-
anyone say me what Nexxor did that he is already 2 seconds behind?
I actually had my camera on Fluff.
we can probably guess at this point.
What he does, or what he did, or if Fluff
yeah,
is
what
going
happened
under
to him.
10 minutes.
I mean, look, 39.33 is one hell of a daddy one.
Yeah. But
I'm just
as he
saying,
wrote, this time is ridiculous.
Well, I agree.
He basically needs an average of under 40 seconds. But the first,
That just
but the first lap, of course, he has to gain all the time that he loses in the first
I
lap.
mean, technically he is going under 40 now, so we can still see the magic happen.
5 seconds to improve. In 15 laps, that's really hard.
I
Mhm.
know it is, but oh come on.
Basically needs to drive 39.65 in average.
Then well, that just ruins it. Oh well. That's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, that race between Morpheus and Razorlight wasn't bad at all. So
We
it
agree
would
there.
be
That's
crazy
true,
to
but-
win 7 seconds on them.
But Morpheus did some slight mistakes.
Yeah,
And
a
to be
few
fair,
slight
even when
ones.
he didn't do some slight mistakes, I mean, you can already see his best lap, which didn't really get equaled all that often, was already beaten. So, and I mean, not just beaten; it's happened twice by now. So, you can argue that he is going a hell of a lot faster than Morpheus did. So, it remains to be seen. Okay, this is actually unreal. What is this consistency? what does this man have? Two robotic arms?
Feet!
Oh,
Remember, he's
sorry,
driving
sorry.
with
One
feet.
eye and 2 feet.
But only on Androids.
On rounds, he drives blindfolded.
Sure.
I mean, that explains the crashing.
Reminds me of all the Zerator challenges.
If we continue doing this, we're soon going to make him into the Chuck Norris of Trackmania.
But if you want to see it like this,
What is this?
he just lose
This man
one
actually wants my
round.
coppers, goddamn.
He just lost one round on the rounds maps. So he
with
nearly
a
had
blindfold and 2 feet, that is insane.
he nearly had or have the perfect point distribution here.
Yeah, and he lost that round just by less than a tenth.
Yeah.
It was the only round where Nexxor came through.
Unfortunately. Oh, the first lap.
Where he didn't shave off a millisecond, but still, I can probably guess that was like 39.8 again or something. Because this pace is unreal. Jesus.
Probably.
Like,
Like,
again, when I said 10 minutes and I'll donate 2,500 coppers, I meant it as a joke. Come on.
If you put these 14 laps over each other, then I think you just see one car.
Pretty much, actually, yes. I mean,
Crazy.
that would not be surprising at all, honestly. I mean, I don't even know how you're supposed to save endurance replays, but
You can save it.
Yeah.
Press S.
yeah, I guess
You,
we
you
need to
can
ask
do
him
that
to do
too,
that,
I
so.
think. As a
Give
spectator.
Dopamine another video to edit.
Yeah, Dopa, so here's your challenge. Cut off every flying lap from Fluff on the last map or this map
And try to find a difference.
try to find a difference. I mean, there must be a difference because he drove better times and now some worse times than the previous one, but that's crazy. Yeah, so we are in the last laps of this tournament. So any words from you guys, from Suprime, the head admin? Anything you want to say right now?
What?
Some
I think
words.
that's all he wanted to say. What? It's just
What?
another day. It's just another day and just another tournament. Honestly, you don't even need to say anything. All you have to do is go to YouTube and play I Will Always Love You, and that's all that you have to do. That's how you make a goodbye happen.
I don't want to say something yet. I wait until the race is over.
Okay.
Then
Oh, the
give
stages.
a short. Yeah,
players
then I
already.
give a short speech.
The big announcement that he was going to make was actually that the winner of this match only gets to face him in the real finals.
Me, yeah, sure.
I was happy than me.
I mean, look, a caster show match would have been nice, but
Ah,
that came too late.
Not
That
today,
was
not today.
that is not an idea for today.
and not tomorrow.
Oh, Fluff with a
Oh
with a
no,
Ramstein touch there. Oh my god.
he touched the Ramstein. Can you believe this, man? He touched it. No, at this point, the memes about his consistency are just too goddamn good.
Yeah, but I think he's a bit lucky in that bank turn following now.
Yeah,
actually,
sometimes he had a not that
Yeah.
great line there, and was lucky that he didn't bounce away from the Ramstein.
I don't
As
even
a-
know what luck is supposed to mean. I don't think that exists in his dictionary.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
So
sick.
I think this performance on this map is showing when the pressure is off and you just drive freely.
Yeah, when you're, I mean,
You drive with the confidence of a 2-time PTC winner, so what the hell? Just drive.
I mean, honest to God, Nexxor just sets his best time. Oh no, it's a 40. And you would think, in any other match, you would think this is a good time, and well, guess it isn't anymore.
So Fluff going into the last lap.
Come on, you can do it. I believe.
39, no, it's not gonna work. I think it's a 10-0-1 or 0-2.
I mean, honestly, even if it is a 0-1, I'm still gonna donate to him just because that... I feel thoroughly entertained.
To what? To him.
I
Watching
mean,
you.
just watching this is insanity.
But to who will you donate?
Oh.
But yeah, after such a match is over, it's always the case that you can perform much better because the adrenaline is still there, the focus is still there. But the pressure is away, and he does 10:02.
God damn. Wow.
That's just sick.
Hats off. Great performance.
Nexxor
Adding
over 12
another
seconds behind.
6-1.
Yeah, Nexxor.
So,
Yeah, I mean, pretty good.
With a drift in the last turn, over 12 seconds behind.
Unlucky. And this is how it ends, with fireworks and glorious applause for our 2-time winner.
GG.